toe. Hot topic, dropping knowledge straight from Chicago. And it's our point of view, so tell me what you gon' do. Drop a line, don't be lying, trying to get with the crew. Cause we be talking them facts, exposing them fiction. Man, it's so real that we be causing some friction. Probably something you missing, ain't no need to be dissing. Just relax here and listen, because we spittin' and sippin'. The Stezo Radio Show, 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 the Stezo Radio
All right, y'all, welcome back to another episode of Stezo Radio. This is a very special edition because today the NBA playoffs have come to a halt. It started with the Milwaukee Bucks protesting / boycotting the game against the Orlando Magic due to the shooting of Jacob Blake in Kenosha, Wisconsin. For those who don't know, that was the black man who was shot 7 times in front of his kids while, I guess you can say, walking back to his... Well, we'll get into it. But if you haven't seen the video, if you can stomach it, search it out, look at it, and you make your own call. But that's what caused the boycott today, and it spread like wildfire. Wildfire. We are live on Facebook, and we will be taking calls in a little bit. But first, I want to play this video from Chris Webber, a TNT basketball analyst / former NBA player / one of the members of the greatest team ever in sports, the Fab Five. Yes, I said it. But he got real on this one right here. Take a listen. If you want to play. He's acting funny.
Well, EJ, it was reported that 4 years ago today, in a preseason game in Wisconsin, Kaepernick first took a knee. Now, this has never happened before, but I'm sure that Dr. Harry Edwards, Dr. John Carlos, Arthur Ashe, Jackie Robinson, and others have been praying for this day. Shout out to Kenny that walked off. I wanted to have a voice in here because I feel like we only had the same couple voices talking during these times. So it was very important for me to come over here. I keep hearing the question like, what's next, what's next? Well, you got a plan, what's next?
Oh, hold on, y'all. It's buffering. You gotta hate that.
You have to figure out what's next. I'm very proud of the players. I don't know the next steps. Don't really care what the next steps are because the first steps are to garner attention. And they have everybody's attention around the world right now. Then leadership and others will get together and decide the next steps. So we know it won't end tomorrow. We know that there's been 1 million marches and nothing will change tomorrow. We know vote. We keep hearing vote. Everybody vote. But I'm here to speak for those that are always marginalized. Those that live in these neighborhoods where we preach and tell them to vote and walk away. Charles Barkley came to my high school. Just seeing him in the locker room, seeing his hands and his body, that inspired me. You can't see something, you can't be something until you see it. And when I tell you the little kids that have called me upset, I have a godson that has autism and I just had to explain to him why we aren't playing. I have young nephews that I've had to talk to about death before they've even seen it in a movie. If not now, when? If not during a pandemic and countless lives being lost. If not now, when? That's all I just want to hear from the rest of the night while everybody's pontificating and thinking and soapboxing and all of that. We know nothing is going to change. We get it. If Martin Luther King got shot and risked his life, Medgar Evers, and we've seen this and all of our heroes constantly taken down, we understand it's not going to end. But that does not mean, young men, that you don't do anything. Don't listen to these people telling you don't do anything because it's not going to end right away. You are starting something for the next generation and the next generation to take over. Do you have to be smart? Yes. Do you have to make sure that you have a plan? Yes. Do you have to be articulate about that plan? Yes. All of those things. But that's what you're going to do. They're professionals. They know how to be the best of themselves. And so I applaud it. I applaud it because it is the young people. It is the young people leading the way. And I applaud them.
All right, that was Chris Webber. I love the message, for one. I'm not even going to lie. I love the message. You know, Chris, he gets made fun of a lot because of the timeout. And a lot of people really don't like his the way he calls basketball games. But like I said, I'm a Fab Five fan. I'm a Webber fan. But that message right there hit home. So, Yella, you've been kind of chilling today. You know, what did you hear about all this going on?
It initially began, I guess, with the Milwaukee Bucks and the Orlando Magic game. Then the incident took place in Kenosha. That's about an hour away from Milwaukee. I guess they felt compelled to do it also. This kind of like the second time this is hitting home now, because I believe it was Scott Brown about 2 years ago. That player, one of the Milwaukee Bucks, had an incident where he was basically assaulted by the police.
I remember that.
So they're just kind of like, I get it, and you know what I mean. They're just kind of like, dude, this is too fucking much, you know what I mean? And they initially, it was just initially gonna be the Bucks. They didn't really ask the Magic to join in or nothing like that. But you know, in this day and age, in this time right now, man, it's just like you can't. I'm so what's his name? Stephen A. Smith said it best. I'm so glad that they all decided to do it, to like join together, make a decision to all not play. Because like you said, if it would have just been just the Bucks, you know, maybe they would have. They probably wouldn't have had the same kind of music.
Yeah, very true.
But it was it kind of trickled down from there. So all the basketball games, postball. I think they were in the middle of some major league games. The rest of those got canceled tonight, along with Major League Soccer and whatever. I think it was a couple other items.
Yeah, I saw tennis. Yeah, tennis was canceled. Of course, baseball. I saw the Brewers. The Brewers, they came out with their own statement. NFL teams canceled practice. You know.
And even to the point to where some of the WNBA players who did come out onto the floor, I think just before that game got canceled, they had on T-shirts with like 7 bullet holes.
Wow.
Real powerful visual. Very powerful visual. So, shout out to them. Definitely. We did the episode about Kyrie initially saying that they shouldn't have played.
Yeah.
And I didn't agree with that, though. I really didn't at first. Like, go back out there and try to bring some type of numbers. Like, no, it wouldn't take away from the message. And I don't necessarily think this is a reaction to it taking away from the message. I think this is more of a reaction of you won't get us to entertain until you change something.
Ooh, good point.
That seems to have more weight to it. That seems more valuable, more logical to me than it'll take away from the message. Because, I mean, you've been playing basketball for years. It's just what happened. Like, there really is nothing
Yeah. It's just me, but I'm gonna give you these old slow clap for that one. Yeah, you hit it on the head. You hit it on the head. It's like, how can we go out here and try to, escape what's going on out there just to entertain the people when the people seeing this shit 24/7? I mean, that night it happened when Jacob Blake got shot. I'm a night out to begin with, but my inbox just started blowing up, and I didn't know what happened. I really didn't know what happened. I just saw fires. It was a bunch of people going live, and shit was just on fire. At first, I'm thinking, is this an oil fire? Because a lot of the live videos, of course, they're not talking and narrating. I mean, it's not a movie. But, trying to figure out what you're seeing sometime, I'm like, well, okay, what is this? What is this? And it was like 3 live videos at once. And on one of them, the guy was actually talking. And that's when I connected. But, I mean, it was like boom, just, I want to say about 2 in the morning, all the way to 4. I just kept getting, inbox and tagged and stuff. Inbox and tagged. And I honestly didn't know that the people of Kenosha took it that hard, because I saw the video earlier that day. And, like a lot of us, I'm not saying I'm numb to it, but how you get used to seeing stuff, you like, damn, another one. What they gonna do? What they gonna do? I'm thinking about what are the police gonna do? What are the officials gonna do? Not the people, because I was thinking maybe the people are tired of, rioting, looting, protesting. So when that happened that night, I was totally shocked, because I didn't hear anything on the news. I turned on the TV. I didn't see nothing on local news or national media. I didn't see anything for at least 2 hours. So that morning, when I guess everybody woke up, all you kept reading, especially on Facebook and Twitter, was what the hell going on in Wisconsin. And then that's when I realized it all was connected to that guy getting shot. Because I thought him getting shot was the end of it. I really did. I thought him getting shot, they were going to try to wiggle their way out like they always do. And, that's that. We got to act like life goes on. Not to mention, this is off the Breonna Taylor situation. And all you keep seeing is bring her killers to justice. And that shit still ain't happened. The NBA players, to their credit, they have been making, post-game statements. They have been, like you said, on that past show we did, you said use that platform, and I've seen them do it. I've seen them all on the back of their jerseys. I've seen them in interviews, pre-game and post-game interviews, bringing up social injustice, Breonna Taylor. But what I haven't seen is Breonna Taylor's killers brought to justice. So I just assumed it'll be the same thing with Mr. Blake getting shot 7 times. Now,
here's my take on why there hasn't been any and it's gonna sound bad, but I'm for bringing justice to all of these officers, like killing us. I'm with that. But we as people don't have that type of power to just get them all at once. Our effectiveness is being able to focus on one goal and get that goal done. Right now we focus on getting these cops that killed Jordan Floyd down. But that's the case that's going on right now. That's the case that's active. That's the case getting worked on. That's the case getting worked on. That's the case that's getting put. Yeah, they can. Logically put it all in 2 different towns. They've got the resources. You know what I'm saying? All that. I get that. But to be honest with you, it's gonna take some time, but let's focus on that one first. Once we get there, we can focus all our damn energy on getting them cops that kill Breonna Taylor. Because it ain't gonna be no other distraction. Well, it's gonna be other distractions, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's gonna be like, okay, we got this taken care of. Now we can get there. It might be the wrong way to look at it.
But that's the part that worries me though, because like you just said, he gets shot 7 times. Breonna Taylor case takes a back seat. That was less than 2 months ago. So if something else happened, then Jacob Blake is going to take a back seat.
It's unfortunate to see that way, but to your point, it has happened in the past where something happened, boom, 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 and 1 or 2 of the situations kind of get lost in the shuffle. But I think we crossed over to another plane. You're not finna forget about Breonna Taylor. You're not finna forget about this young man who just got shot up. You're not about to forget about these people. I don't care how many things come out. I don't care how many things come out. You still get to see the random posts about bring Breonna Taylor's killer with justice. You get the point. I still wear the makeup man. It was an awesome play on bringing Breonna Taylor's killers to justice, but it was like make America great again. He switched up with her. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on real fast, Yellow. We got a call coming in.
Call from send voicemail, press 2.
What up, Neo? You live, man? What's going on?
What's up, man?
Chilling, man. Just trying to put a voice to this bullshit.
Yes, sir. I love what you're doing here. I love the movement that you grab that is very positive. Always in the positive weapon.
Well, you know, a lot of people ain't gonna believe you on that, man. But go ahead.
I want to shed light on the 17-year-old kid. I think it's a whole story about it, but just watch the videos of this guy. At first he was being like, I guess he got hit a couple of times, went to the ground, then all of a sudden raised up shoot. But what I did see was that I believe it was 4 police vehicles that passed by this guy. He had his hands up in the air, and they still passed by. Then I could hear a squad car saying, get the ass on the ground. But the young man never got on the ground. And after that, my video cuts off. I don't know if there's anything else that was added to that video. But the point I'm trying to make here is that there's always a difference between how they treat white criminals versus how they treat some black criminals. Because I think we call the white guy that shot up that church. Okay, they had been in the bulletproof vest, nothing can happen. Now, when you look at it and wind it back to the young man who just got killed and shot 7 times in the back. Alright, no weapon was in his hand. They said that there was a knife involved. And I think that was a little bit offensive for them to do what they've done to the young brother. Comes from the fact police travel is passed. So if there's one of us, there's always 4 or 5 of them who witnesses when they pull up over. You might see 3 or 4 squad cars, so I'm like, okay, that's one person.
Yeah.
And so when I'm here, they jumped on this guy. So I'm thinking this is not where they believe that he was trying to get a body. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think the story you're talking about, because somebody was telling me about that earlier today, was a white guy in the street with an AR-15 and he was shooting protesters. And they sent me something saying that the cops was pretty much, I don't want to say congratulating him, but almost acting like he was one of them. You know, like they didn't have an issue with it. And like you said, when they did, I saw the video too. When they yelled at him to put the gun down, I thought it was real funny that they gave him a chance to put his gun down and then just unload like they do us. You know?
And this is after he's already shot several people.
Yeah. So you see he's quick to shoot. You see he's a threat.
Yeah.
He shows a threat.
Yeah.
And then people...
How could you walk around with it like that? Just walk around with it like, hey, nothing wrong. Who's
Yeah, I wish I could give these guys credit. It's a group. It was a Facebook video a few years back, and they went out, same area. They had a white guy walking with a rifle around his back, and he was just walking up and down the street. Nobody called, said nothing on him. He was on the street for almost 30 minutes. They did the same test with a black guy. Within 2 minutes, 2 cars rolled up, and they approached him. Basically, get on the ground, show us your hands. I mean, within 2 minutes, same busy street. Imagine a street like, for those who live in the Chicagoland area, like Torrance or Stony Island or 79th, a busy street like that. 2 minutes, the cops was there. Now, Nino, I know you a family man. What talk have you had with your boys when it comes to this?
You know what? I actually sat down there with emotional. I feel emotional. I have to take them back to stories and experiences that I have had my own with police actions that was good. Then I had to have experience that were actually good with police actions. And the original situation was a good situation because we actually you know about the situation.
Yeah.
But it was helpful, and it was really helpful to the friend. I have a friend that's got to go on law enforcement, and he's there with the death. So he might be labeled as one of these police officers that just, you know, how can I say it, being correct. If you know my son, he's legally talking, but others don't know that unless you know them. So I don't, just get out there and be labeled as a police officer that doesn't care about how you treat the person. Because I said that he's also a deacon at the church. You would have to get to know him in order for that to be known.
Yeah, because once that uniform go on, that's all they see is that uniform.
That's all they see.
It's like the one post I've seen was like it was something similar to like I know black men, you know what I'm saying? It was like I know police, you know what I'm saying? But like black men, like y'all do black men, some of y'all fit the description.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you kind of know. I see you saying like you know that fit the description of one of these bad cops.
Yeah. And it's like I have to tell them now that, hey, even though that you're trying to go on law enforcement and everything, you're still a black man at the end of the day. They don't see that. They just see a black face, and they consider you a threat. And it's crazy how black men have always been a threat to America. And they're not. I mean, if anything, we have built this goddamn country. So how can we be that much of a threat? You trusted us to build these bridges. You trusted us to sit up here and work like a dog. But yet you don't trust us to know that we aren't always violent.
Right.
Violent when we have to be violent.
Yeah, I mean, they don't trust us to walk down the street. Think about that. They don't trust that we can walk down the street and not break into a home, not rape somebody, not shoot somebody, not sell drugs, and just not vandalize neighborhoods. Just walking down the street. They don't trust we can just walk down the street.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right, Neo, man. Thank you for the call, man. Thank you for the call. You know.
Thank you. You're going to be safe out there.
All right, you too, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. That video of that white kid with that AR. I mean, and you know, it made me think about Yellow. Remember the talk about the AR? You know, that was the boogeyman's gun. That's what Hillary Clinton and all of them. And I'm not going to get political, but that's what they were talking about. We don't need guns like the AR-15 available for, I guess, citizens' consumption. And here you see this kid with an AR-15 just pop shot. I mean, he thought he was playing Call of Duty for real. He was just pop shot. Just pop shot. I thought that was just so crazy.
It's amazing what you're likely to see when you pick up your phone or turn on the TV. It's amazing, bro. It's just like I almost live in fear of what I see when I pick up the phone, or what I might see or hear when I wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
And this type of shit is not good for anything. Like, people getting killed just for, like the stories have a whole bunch of different, so we're not going to really find out what happened.
Right.
That caused this until this, but there's just been reports that they wouldn't even call for him.
That's what I wanted to touch on. What have you? Because I've been all over the internet, and of course social media. From what I've been told, it was a domestic violence going on between a man and a woman. He got out to protect the woman, and when the police came, they thought he was the one abusing the woman, and people were saying, no, it's not him, no, it's not him. And they supposedly had him subdued, sitting down, then he got up, and they started grabbing at him again, and that's where the video that went viral picks up, him going to his car. And I didn't even know he had kids in the car until they said it. So I'm asking you, like, what did you hear? Or read?
I basically kind of heard something similar. It was like, it was a call because of an argument between two females.
Okay, two females, okay.
And then somehow, which, I mean, it's 2020, it's still better than a domestic situation.
Very much.
But yeah, that it somehow turned into him being a part of that somehow, and being connected to it, like you said, him possibly being one of the people that was doing the assaulting of these two. Basically, he got profiled for just being, like, if that was any time, he just got profiled for just being a black dude at a place during a time when the police showed up.
Right.
That's literally it. You know what I'm saying? That's really all it seems like, this. Of course, you're not gonna hear nothing, and we're probably never gonna find out what the initial call was. But none of it was like, you ain't seen anything of him do anything, or the initial issue with him. You just see the confrontation with the police, and no matter what, it still shouldn't happen, man. Like, it still shouldn't happen.
It is, and here's one thing I want to say, because a lot of people were telling me, and I saw this in a lot of comments, that he shouldn't have went to his car, because that's going to give them reason to say they fear for their life. Now, I'm gonna say this: I get what y'all mean, I get what y'all saying, but the reality is what we really saying when we make comments like that is we're admitting that we know as a black person in America, you can't do certain things. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're saying. We're saying that as a black person, you cannot walk away from the police because you might get killed. You cannot talk back to the police because you might get killed. You can't reach for anything because you might get killed. You know what I'm saying? You can't just sit there and stay quiet because you might get killed. You know, that's the problem. Him going to his car, I get it. As a black man, he should not have done that. But when we say, yeah, it's nothing that you like. You've seen jogging while black. You've seen walking while black. You've seen cutting grass while black. You've seen taking out the garbage while black. All these scenarios. I just seen a video where a guy was literally standing in his yard, his front yard. The police came up demanding that he give them his ID. And he's saying, why? He said, because I don't know if you live here. And he's like, what does that matter? You know, like, it just really reminds you of those movies, because I wasn't born back then, when, you know, during slavery times, where they said, show me your freedom papers.
it's pretty much the same thing. I've been stopped. I've been stopped and randomly approached by the police just in like the dumbest situation. Walking back to the store from the store. Going to go play ball. I got a ball. Full on hooping gear. I'm going to go hoop. I get stopped because I'm in a neighborhood where there's apparently good basketball players don't live. I learned how to play basketball.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? What are you doing? Like, I used to work for a dad's company for like doing cleanouts. So we're doing cleanouts and like, you know, the mortgage companies or whatever, the people, the banks or whatever, clean out these houses and all. So we clean out these big, huge, nice houses. The police that rolled past and looked at us crazy when they got out and just said something like, you know, guy we used to work for was super cool. He'll meet him after or whatever, you know what I'm saying? He'll have to do, it's gonna sound bad, but he'll have to do his little dance to try to get cool with them, to get them to just leave us the other one so we can just do our job.
Okay, Angie Gavin watching us on live, and she's giving us some more info that was just released today. She's saying no, now they're saying he was included in the domestic situation, and he was there, and he should not have been, according to the Kenosha Police Department this afternoon. He supposedly said he had a knife, which is why I'm sure they will say the shooting is justified. And she also agrees that 7 times is not justified.
Like, my thing was this, these police can't fight. They can't, like, that's all they got is their guns, bro. Like, I thought like police training was like, you got to know how to take off at the gun or some shit. Like, the police came in, know how to fight. No, these motherfuckers just know how to shoot, bro.
Well,
I've only seen shooting part of the cop show. When I was growing up, they would like to shoot. It's like they don't know how to do anything other than having us with lethal force.
I'm just trying to figure out why so many cops had their guns out and not their tasers. That's what I'm really confused about.
That too. I think I said something. Somebody, they forgot how to use their tasers. Like, basically,
Thank you. Now, I want to get back to the NBA because I, for one, I'm very curious about what's next. Is the season over? Does the play? You know, is this it? I heard they having a closed door meeting, I think tomorrow, and I think that meeting is really about if they're going to continue this season.
To be honest with you, if they cancel the season, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad. At this point, if they did, at least the NBA. You know what I mean? If the NBA just was like, you know what, we done with this. You know what I mean? And we'll see y'all next year, or we'll see y'all next season. Because, you know, they gotta start next season in a couple months anyway.
Damn, that's true. Because I did see the new posting for the new 2K, and yeah, that's true.
Oh man, look, we gonna say the new 2K for a whole other podcast.
No, but that's how I always know, you know, when the season is coming up. But yeah, that's true. I mean, that's true. That's true. The 2021 season is right around the corner.
So, dude, just like watch this season, everything about this NBA season is just been bad and treacherous and cursed and just like bad with everything going on. Like the beginning of the year was super shitty. Then Kobe died. Then COVID happened and tried to come back, and not everybody got invited back. And it was like a half season. It was just like a big age tournament. And now it's to the point where the players are just failing. The players are showing these people that regardless of their bank counts look like. At the end of the day, they still feel the way we feel about the world. You know what I'm saying? They still got to feel some type of way about the world. And that shit's pretty damn cool because a lot of times, like you said, like we had to deal with Jordan and stuff like that. And dudes, you could tell they was active. You know what I'm saying? Like you could tell they felt some type of way, but they weren't as active as the athlete side too much.
Yeah, and I love it. You know me, I love it. I love it. You know, I love it. And I also love the fact that it wasn't just the NBA. I love the fact that, because I mean, I'm pretty sure these players know each other. You know what I'm saying? Somehow, some way. A lot of them got the same damn agents and lawyers, so I know they know each other. And I liked how it was like that fast. That fast, shit just stopped. And like I said, this is what brings attention. I was talking to a 20-year-old on the phone, and he was asking, he said, I just want to ask your opinion, because I'm pretty sure you're going to do a podcast on it. Do you think it matters? Do you think it's going to work? And I was telling him, I said, it's not about it working. It's not about this one thing fixing the whole problem. It's about the awareness. And I had to remind him of Emmett Till. You know, I wasn't born, but I heard the story that, you know, sometimes when you look at those old stories, you just naturally think when Dr. King and them was marching, you just figured everybody knew what was going on. But the truth is, it didn't start getting nationwide coverage until Emmett Till was killed. You know what I'm saying? So you think about everything before that, I just thought everybody knew. I thought everybody knew about the boycott on the buses and people were walking and all that. I didn't, you know, because look at the day and age I live in. You know? So you just naturally think, oh, they had to know. You don't really think about a lot of things that's happening over here other countries don't hear about. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of shit happening. Do you remember when Chicago went nationwide for murders? But Chicago had always had a murder problem. You know what I'm saying? But it was just all of a sudden, you start seeing it on CNN. All of a sudden, you got motherfuckers in New York cracking jokes about, man, I ain't coming to Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a nationwide story. And I just think this has to be a nationwide story. No, I don't think the boycott of sports is going to make every police force and make every governor and mayor all of a sudden come to terms with what's going on. But it's going to start something. Somebody going to start speaking and talking about it, because believe it or not, y'all, this is fucking up they money. Whoever they are, this is fucking up they money. And that's how you make moves. Yeah. Exactly. Like, I don't know if y'all know, because I don't have the numbers, because they come out, you know, when the season's over. But I'm pretty sure the NBA is paying a pretty big penny for this whole bubble and these courts down there in Disney World, and I'm pretty sure this is not cheap to bring these games. You know what I'm saying? So you start fucking with that money. But you know what though? The Stezo Petty and me wants somebody to go find Drew Brees and shove a microphone and a camera in his face and ask him, how do you feel about this? You know what I'm saying? Because I hate when they do that to us. Like LeBron James will get into an altercation with the president and they run to every black athlete they can find and ask them, how do you feel about what Donald Trump said to LeBron? I want somebody to do that shit to Drew Brees. Just run to Drew Brees right now and let's see what he say. If he still got that same apology tour going on. Exactly. And hey, I'm gonna be real, you know, I'm an NFL fan. My fantasy league is starting up in a couple of days, and I don't know if the NFL is gonna happen.
As much as I love fantasy football, I'm gonna stay away from divisions. I ain't gonna waste my time.
Yeah.
Take a little year break from all of that, man, because the way this shit is going, ain't no telling what happened. So,
yeah, I don't know if it's gonna happen. I'm just being honest, man. I mean, the way baseball shut down so fast, and you got to think there's no fans involved this year, so you don't have to worry about the whole refunding of tickets. I don't know if NFL is gonna happen. I don't know. It may be a shortened season for the NFL.
I can see that.
Yeah, it may be a shortened season for the NFL.
I can see that.
And for the most part, I think the NBA coming back, it did kind of lighten the mood for a lot of people. You know, I don't even think just sports fans. I think just seeing it on TV, you know, even though it did look a little weird at first, but you got used to it. Like you're getting used to wearing a mask every damn time you go into the store. You got used to it. But when you think about the fact that these players, and I don't know, do you think that we just don't give certain people common courtesy because they make so much money, because they still got families at home that they not around?
I think we do. I think we tend to take their hard work and like their hard work and their level of like what they can do in life. You know what I'm saying? Their ability to do what they do. Like, cause okay, for example, like here, every athlete, every professional athlete can just like, no, we're not playing today, and go home. Yeah, it's gonna stop them from getting paid here until they start playing again. They done made millions off it. So they got that luxury. That's the luxury they got to not play.
Oh, Neo saying that the ESPN just reported the WNBA players will sit out as long as the men are sitting out.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. But you know what? Let me stop acting like them women ain't been doing their thing, man. Like you said, the T-shirts, them WNBA players have been doing their thing on that protesting, boy. They have.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you know, and that's another thing that's specifically with the WNBA and the NBA. It's good to see them get on the same page. There's always some type of either like manufactured with an actual type of beef or somebody not saying somebody name to do or some shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, but it's always been some type of riff. So to see them actually like
Unified.
on the same page, yeah, for them to unify and get on the same page, that's what's up.
It is.
That's gonna be better for basketball. That's gonna be better for me and women relations, period. Like, you know, I look at that, you know how I can play about that. This might be a little off topic. You know, I always got my issue about men and relations. That's a small victory on both sides.
Yeah.
Like, real shit. If you can get the WNBA players to openly agree to be on the same page with the men, now it's up to the men to be the awesome leaders of this sport, of this generation, of these influencers. It's up to them to now, you know what I'm saying, properly represent and properly make the right decisions going forward. Because at this point, nobody gives a shit about sports right now.
Yeah, and it's also up to the men to include the women more. Like, NBA players need to include the WNBA more in decisions like this.
Yes, sir. Now, just off, just like, keep it talking. Another thing that they should do their All-Star weekend together.
Oh, yeah.
That would help. That would really fucking help, because nobody never know what the WNBA All-Star weekend is. So it's like, I know it's not even during their season, but if they just did like an All-Star game.
Yeah, but can they do that though? Cause they seasons, you know, it's kind of it's not at the halfway point when the NBA does theirs in February. Can they do that?
No, but a lot of them, all of them also play overseas too. So a lot of them play overseas during the WNBA off-season. That's how they sustain themselves, you know. Like, I give them a lot of shit, but they do fucking work. They back from little to no money.
But how would you figure out who the all-stars are if they haven't played enough games?
You just go to the popular names. Whoever else in the popular names. It really don't matter. You can have a vote. You can do it the same way like you have a vote. Fair vote. You know what I'm saying? You push that just as much.
Or could they do it off last season?
You do it off last season.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If you do it like in February, when the men's season is going, WNBA ain't gonna know.
Right.
They started well later. That's what I'm saying. You could do like a fan vote. You know what I mean? Because you might have a popular rookie that like that. You know what I'm saying? Anything. It's just like you wanna include them as much in the fan experience. Because that's what makes the NBA accessible. Fan inclusion. They don't do a good enough job of involving the fans in the fucking product. We don't know how to find the NBA games. We don't know where to look for that is. Our local team looks for the awesome in the sky. We don't get the fucking even show the games on TV, bro.
Yeah.
I just know what I'm saying in games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If they included more of the branding and more of the faces with the fucking NBA, like so you include them in All-Star Weekend, even if they do like the 2-ball shit, or if you have like the female skill challenge or a female three-point contest, like they might do that, but it's, I don't know, like, I hope this is the right step for all of them involved with that, especially women.
Yeah, because they could be in the 3-point contest in the point guard challenge. Yeah. I mean, I'm not knocking them dunking, but there's not too many of them that's in the slam dunk. But yeah, you're right. 3-point, you know what I'm saying? What's that? Whatever the slick, whatever challenge, whatever. Yeah. They could do that. Yeah. They could do that. Hell yeah. That wouldn't even be hard to do. Because it wouldn't even be hard to do. Because that other shit they was doing where they had them shooting from certain spots, that was just boring as hell. With the last half court shot, that shit was boring. Yeah. Especially the first day. Because the first day is the rookie game? Because Saturday is the main day with all the, the events, and then Sunday is the main game. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Like they could easily replace the celebrity game with the WNBA All-Star.
Yeah, it's about time too.
Easy.
Yeah.
That's where it was close. That was like what's up. Y'all be guessing.
Yeah, that shit. I like that idea. Now, I gotta ask this question, and I want everybody listening to send in your replies to this one. If, for whatever reason, you find out that a certain owner of a sports league team does not support this movement that's going on with sports, do you ban that team? And do you, I guess, ban those players because they just got to fall with the owner of that team? Or do you look at it like that's the way this owner feels and not the players? So, for example, if you're a Tom Brady lover and you find out that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers owner says, man, fuck all that Black Lives Matter stuff, we ain't going. If you're a Dallas Cowboy lover, and because Dallas Cowboy owner, he's been saying some shit back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Sir Jerry Jones has said some shit back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm asking.
He's like, you want to talk about some shit? He was born in the wrong era. He's a sneaky person who really should have been a slave owner. His tradition.
Right.
This doesn't sound like a weird thing, but an awesome slave owner. Like, he would have excelled with that shit. He's manipulated everybody, not just
right.
It seems like he's doing so well, but then like if Dak Prescott don't get paid, bro,
Because I'm trying to ask. I'm trying to ask the people, you know, can you separate the two? You know what I'm saying? Can we separate the two? Can we separate the owners from the players?
Especially for our people who can understand after the shitty balls. Most of us can understand after the shitty balls. So we know that these players are, you know what I'm saying, suffering. But, you know, we kind of, I don't know, like, I've always looked at them funny, but
now see, here's why I asked the question. Not to cut you off, but I want to explain. This is why I asked the question. Because, like you just said, we've all had shitty bosses, but we went to get that check. We are seeing players turn down money because of this situation. So, are we going to look at those players who don't turn down that money, even though they got this shitty boss? Are we going to say, oh man, look at this sellout? Or the famous coon term that we love to use? Or will they really get a pass?
subjective to the person watching. Me personally, like if they play, like I would have been, okay, that's not mistakes in that quick. I'd be cool with them. If they play and just been extra aggressive with the message, like every 3-pointer they screamed out Black Lives Matter, I'd have been cool with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's just me. So if they play for an owner like that, I know, like, I guess me plus me having being like pro athlete, you know what I'm saying, playing sports like that, means like I can understand what they sacrificed in their lives to make them feel good that they can get up and go play. Everybody might not understand that point of view, and that's cool too, because I can get it as well, but for the player to go play, knowing that they, like the shit, like the motherfuckers who was on the Clippers, motherfuckers come for Donald Sterling.
Right.
Donald Sterling was like that long before he got caught. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's why I'm asking, because now it's going to be seen. You know what I'm saying? If Jerry Jones come out with some whole any player on my team kneels, they're going to have to see me type bullshit again. You know what I'm saying? Now it's a different vibe.
See, the storm went here now.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little cloudy outside. It was a little cloudy. It was a little cloudy outside. The storm's coming. Now, he said that shit. Jordan will get bucked down on his mouth. He said, Billy down from the stadium Jerry Jones will say something about doing that.
Because somebody gonna do it. Everybody ain't on board with this. Somebody gonna open their mouth. Trust me. There's somebody right now who got a team around him like, hey, make sure he don't tweet. Make sure he don't accept no phone calls. Make sure he don't talk to no press.
Take that. Delete his Twitter.
You know what I'm saying? And when it happens, I'm just wondering if we can separate the two, or it's one of those, no, now you can't leave, you know what I'm saying, Bronx Tale type moment. You know.
We got a couple comments on me, didn't call the name, man. Special comments on the comment. We got Angie saying, I would like to see the players and their reactions / actions they move forward. The owner could feel one way, and the players and lower management don't have to. It doesn't agree. Don't have to agree. I would like to see the players to be honest, then go forward from that.
Yeah, but I think the wrong owner is gonna spark the right player to say, fuck it, we boycotting this team. You know? We got new band.
He said, ban the team, not the players, unless they feel the same way.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
So it's gonna have to like take bulls off all the jerseys, like pull the C off all the Bears jerseys, but like still rock back and shit like that. Just got to make one new Lions Bears. Please don't fuck up Miss Caskins. Please don't say this. Please don't say this.
You know.
Y'all up there too. They got that money. Like they from that generation. We are the old original male team.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Like the Bears, the Cowboys.
The Giants.
That's surprising. The Crab cool. You would think like the Patriots only would give shit like that. He's good.
Yeah.
He good for that. He good with that.
I want to see that too. Owners, I want to see these owners use their privilege and their power to, to bring forth some change too. Not just these players. I want to see these owners step up too. You know what I'm saying? So I want us to start calling out these sports leagues and these owners, these head of states. You know what I'm saying? Start calling their ass out too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got pulled with the governors. That's how y'all get them stadiums. Y'all got pulled with the mayors and all that shit. That's how y'all get all these tax breaks. You know what I'm saying? I want to see y'all do some shit too. Alright, y'all, man. This was another good one right here, man. Like I said, impromptu. We just had to talk about it today, man, because of what's going on. I want to thank everybody who came to the live on Facebook. Thank everybody listening. Make sure you share this show. Thank y'all for the continued support too, man. We have really been seeing it in the numbers of downloads as of this month. That shit is outrageous. And on that note, man, we out.